Special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Zackary here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Hawker Typhoon. The Hawker Typhoon was a British single-seat fighter bomber produced by Hawker Aircraft. It was intended to be a medium-high altitude interceptor as a replacement for the Hawker Hurricane, but several design problems were encountered and it never completely satisfied this requirement. The Typhoon was originally designed to mount 12 .303 inch 7.7mm Browning machine guns and be powered by the latest 2000 horsepower engines. Its service introduction in the mid-1941s was plagued with problems, and for several months the aircraft faced a doubtful future. When the Luftwaffe brought the formidable Focke-Wulf WW2 into service in 1941, the Typhoon was the only RAF fighter capable of catching it in low altitudes. As a result, it secured a new role as a low-altitude interceptor. The Typhoon became established in roles such as nighttime intruder and long-range fighter. From late 1942, the Typhoon was equipped with bombs, and from late 1943, RP-3 ground attack rockets were added to its armory. With those weapons and its 4 20mm Hispano autocannons, the Typhoon became one of the Second World War's most successful ground attack aircraft. The Hawker Typhoon is an absolute beauty of an aircraft. Absolutely love this aircraft. It's a awesome design for it, and a ground attack aircraft too. I always think the ground attack aircraft are really cool and served a very important role in the war. So the Typhoon here is a Patreon request. I want to give special thanks to Patreon supporter Trenchfighter8 for making this video possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description, and you guys can check it out. And if you're interested, donate to the channel and all that stuff. But again, that's completely optional. Anyways, the Hawker Typhoon came out really good. It's probably one of my favorite World War II aircraft I've done in the recent months. Just phenomenal. The camouflage on it, the colors, it just really looks good. I'm really happy with the way it came out, and it's technically a redesign, so that's also a bonus since I did do a Hawker Typhoon quite a while ago, but this is going to replace it obviously, as this is definitely a much better design for it. So I'm really happy with the way it came out overall. I think it's a very nice, clean design overall, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it right now. So let's go and take a look. It's been a while since we've done a British aircraft as well, so it's nice to get the British back into our mix of World War II aircraft. It's pretty much just been Germany and the United States dominating our recent tutorials for aircraft, so really nice to kind of get a nice look and see some new British planes and stuff like that coming, which I definitely plan on releasing a lot more redesigns and stuff like that for some of our British aircraft, like the Spitfire and Mosquito you can see down there. Anyways, the aircraft itself has a green and kind of silver camouflage, which was kind of standard of the RAF during this time period. So you will see that, you know, a lot of our planes are going to have like this kind of gray and green camo scheme, which I really do like. And the Hawker Typhoon is obviously no different to that, having that same kind of design. We have the Air Force, or Royal Air Force Randalls on both sides here. We also have a Randall on the kind of side of the fuselage here, along with some lettering for the squadron and squad and all that stuff like that. For it, going to the back tail here, again, nothing too special. Horizontal stabilizers, the tail here, the rudder, all that fun stuff. The wings themselves, you can obviously see the 20mm Hispanos on the wings. There's a total of 4 of them. And we also have 4 RP-3 ground attack rockets mounted on the wings as well. Obviously, they can be removed if you do not want them, but this is kind of going for the more specific ground attack version as requested by Trenchfighter. So overall, the aircraft itself came out really good. The shaping is great on it, the detail. As I said, it's one of my favorite aircraft I've done recently, so hopefully you guys really do enjoy this new tutorial for the Hawker Typhoon. And without further ado, let's go and move into the tutorial by starting off with our first layer. Alrighty guys, so moving on to our first layer, we're going to be going ahead and technically starting with layer number 3. The reason why we're doing this is because layers 1 and 2 are pretty simple overall, and it's a lot easier for us to go ahead and get a nice portion of the aircraft established to add our other layers on. So it's a little bit easier to start off with layer 3, but once we complete layer 3, we'll move down to layers 1 and 2. If you guys are completely new to my tutorials, the way I like to structure my tutorials, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means, I'm going to do half of the aircraft on camera, and I'm going to leave the other half for you to copy over in between layers. And hopefully over time, you'll start to get the aircraft built up. And all that fun stuff. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into it and let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and place down a wooden trapdoor. This is going to be on the top portion of a block like this. This is not going to be the lowest point of your aircraft. Just note that you will need 2 more blocks of space of clearance underneath it if you're close to the ground or a tree line or something like that. For whatever you're building, just make sure that you have at least 2 blocks of space, preferably even more, between this layer here and whatever is going to be an obstruction on the ground. Once that's finished though, we're going to go and place down a birchwood slab right behind the wooden trapdoor. We then want to place down a stone brick top slab as well. So again, we have a birchwood top slab and a stone brick top slab. We're then going to place down a black wool block, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 polished andesite blocks back. We're then going to place down a quartz block, followed by a black wool block, followed by a quartz block, a black wool block, and a quartz block. And we can see we're kind of setting up the invasion stripes here on the fuselage. We're then going to place down a stone brick top slab, followed by a stone brick upside down stair. On the back of the upside down stair, we're going to place down a polished andesite block. Coming out the polished andesite block, on the back, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair like that. Once that's all done there, we want to go ahead and then work our way to the side. So going back up here to the front, we're going to place down a stone brick stair. That comes off this stone brick top slab like this. We're also going to place down a stone brick stair on this black wool block like that to create a corner stair, which is something like that on both sides. After the stone brick stair, we're going to go and take our polished andesite. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 polished andesite blocks back, followed by a quartz full block, followed by another brick top slab, and then a quartz top slab like that going back. We then want to go ahead and go back up to the front portion here. We're going to go and go to this first kind of row 3 of polished andesite, or this first polished andesite block after the stone brick stair here. We're going to place down a stone brick slab that comes off of it, followed by a row of 1, 2, and 3 polished andesite blocks back. We're going to place down a stone brick stair facing this direction, followed by a second stair that comes off of it, creating a corner stair out of it. And then we also want to grab ourselves a skeleton skull and place down a skeleton skull come off the polished andesite block, so it'll be sticking out on both sides like that. Once that's done there, we're going to place down a stone brick slab coming off this slab right up here for the front. Again, we're kind of working on the wings right here. We're then going to place down another polished andesite block that goes back, followed by a stone brick stair facing this direction like that, a stone brick slab, followed by a second stone brick slab back. For our next row over, we're going to place down a stone brick stair, which is going to come off this stone brick slab like this. So stone brick stair, polished andesite block, and then another stone brick stair like this. So we're going to turn this stair into a corner stair. We then want to place down 1 and 2 more stone brick slabs back like that. Once that's all done, we're going to go next to the stone brick stair, place down another stone brick stair out to the side, polished andesite block back, a regular stone brick stair back as well, a stone brick slab, and a second stone brick slab back like that. For our next row out to the side, we're going to go and place down a stone brick corner stair. That's going to come off this stair right here. So like that, we're going to place down a polished andesite block right behind the corner stair. We then want to place down a second polished andesite block back, followed by another stone brick stair facing this direction, and another stone brick stair coming off the stair to turn this into a corner stair, and then we have a regular stair right there like that. Once that's done, we also want to go ahead and go to the front here. We're going to need to grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence gate and also a end rod. We're going to go and place down a block that kind of comes down at an angle from this stone brick stairs, so that we can place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the corner stair, and then coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down an end rod like that for our first 20mm cannon on the side there. Once that's done there, we're going to go and take our stone brick slabs. We're going to place down a stone brick top slab coming off this corner stair. We then want to place down 1 and 2 stone brick upside down stairs, followed by 2 stone brick top slabs that go back like so. When we get to this section here, we're going to want to go ahead and place down a stone top slab that's coming off this stone brick top slab right there. We then want to place down a stone brick top slab coming off of it like so, followed by 1 and 2 upside down stone brick stairs like this, and then a stone brick top slab, a birchwood top slab coming toward the front here. And we also want to go ahead and go to the middle stone brick upside down stair here. We're actually going to go ahead and replace that with a Propeller stair. So we're going to place down a Propeller upside down stair there, like so. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves another placeholder block and place it down coming off this birchwood top slab here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate and an end rod coming off the fence gate, like so, for your second 20mm gun on the wing. We then want to go and grab ourselves some Propeller slabs again, a brick slab, and we're also going to need a wooden trapdoor. So for this last bit of section here, we're going to place down a brick slab, top slab coming off this Propeller stair. We're then going to place down a Propeller slab on either side of the brick slab like that. And then lastly, we just want to go ahead and place down a wooden trapdoor coming off this Propeller slab, just like that. And once you guys have that all done, that's going to do it for layer 3, and you can start to see the shape of the aircraft starting to take shape. And with that all done, that's going to do it for this layer. With that, let's go ahead and move on to our previous 2 layers, layers 1 and 2, and then we'll move back up to layer 4. So with that, let's move on to layers 1 and 2. Alright guys, so moving on to layers 1 and 2. Layers 1 and 2 are just going to be basically an addition on the bottom of this aircraft here. So we're just going to go to the bottom and start working on it from the bottom. So the first thing for us to do is we're going to go and place down a what is going to be a dispenser underneath this black wool block right here. So it's going to be this for this intake up here in the front, and you want your dispenser to basically be facing this direction like so. So you want the little hole section facing in this direction. Coming off the dispenser, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull like this. On the bottom of the dispenser and wither skeleton skull, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors like so. On the back of the dispenser, we're going to place down a polished andesite block, followed by a stone brick upside down stair. We're then going to place down 1 and 2 stone brick slabs back from the upside down stair. We're going to place down another upside down stone brick stair with an end rod coming off the bottom of it. We're then going to place down 1 and 2 stone brick slabs back and a quartz slab, followed by 2 iron trapdoors just like that to finish off the back section there. Now with that all complete, we can go ahead and start working our way out to the side now. So coming off the wither skeleton skull here on the bottom of this stone brick stair, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair like this. We then want to place down a second stone brick upside down stair going back. We're going to go ahead and switch to stone brick slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone brick slabs back. We're going to go and switch to iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 1 and 2 iron trapdoors that go back like so. Once that's all done there, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves iron trapdoors here. We're going to place down 1 and 2 iron trapdoors along the wing here, followed by 1, 2, and 3 stone brick slabs back, and then an iron trapdoor on the bottom of that stone brick slab. Once that's done, we're going to go again place down 2 iron trapdoors out to the side here. Again, a row of 1, 2, and 3 stone brick slabs back. After that's done, we're going to go to this iron trapdoor here. We're going to place down 1 that comes off of it, followed by 1, 2, and 3 back, just like that. And then we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on this stone brick top or half slab, just like that. So when you have that done, that's kind of the basic shape there for the wings and the main part there. If you want to go ahead and add the RP3 ground attack rockets, we're going to go ahead and add those on now. So for this, we're just going to need some dark oak with fence gates and some zombie heads. We will also need to go ahead and grab ourselves some placeholder blocks or something of that sort to go ahead and kind of place down a block level here so that we can actually place down the fence gates. As you probably know with Minecraft, we can't actually just do that normally, which is pretty lame, but you know, we have to work with what we got here. So to go ahead and get started here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak with fence gate like this, which we're going to open up facing toward the front. We then want to place down 2 dark oak with fence gates coming off of it, and then a zombie head coming off the front there like so. So you'll see here that the rocket looks something kind of like that, and we just want to repeat this process a total of 3 more times. So we have all of our open fence gates, our 2 rows of 3, or basically our 3 rows of 2 there, and then our zombie heads coming off of them like that for the rockets. And again, here's a little bit of a view of how they should look mounted onto the wings there. They should be pretty much right under these 20 mils and should look something like that on both sides there. Once you guys have that done, that's going to do it for layers 1 through 2. With that, let's go ahead and move on to layer 4. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 4. For layer 4, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front up here. We're going to go to the wooden trapdoor that we have up here. We're going to place down a yellow wool block on top of the wooden trapdoor. We then want to place down a stone button coming off the front of the yellow wool block. Behind this yellow wool block here, we're going to place down a second yellow wool block that's going to be on top of this birchwood top slab. We then want to place down a polished andesite block after the yellow wool, followed by 2 anvils, a polished andesite block. If you want to go ahead and leave space for a cockpit, you can go ahead and leave a space of 3. If not, you can fill it in with polished andesite. Anyways, we're going to have either 3 more polished andesite blocks here, or we're just going to go and leave this space empty. But we then want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 polished andesite blocks back, which should end on top of this black wool block right here. So after this row of polished andesite here, this row of 6, we're going to place down 2 black wool blocks. We're then going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks and then a stone slab full block on the end here. On both sides of the stone slab full block, we're going to place down signs, and we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone buttons and place down stone buttons on the side of those Blackwell blocks, like so. Once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and go back up here to the front and start working our way back on the sides here. So we're going to go ahead and place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides of this yellow wool block. We then want to place down 1 and 2 cobblestone walls that go back. We then want to place down a row of 1 and 2 stone brick slabs, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 polished andesite blocks back. We're then going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 cobblestone walls back following it. After that's done, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate that's going to, or 2 fence gates that's going to be coming off these 2 stone brick slabs, which are going to be opened up and toward these stone brick slabs. So you have something that kind of looks like that. After that's done, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on this middle polished andesite block in this row of 3 right here. After that's done, we're going to go to this polished andesite block right here. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on top of it, followed by 1 and 2 more out to the side, so you have a row of 3 there. We then want to place down 1 and 2 stone brick slabs out to the side there. Once that's done, we're going to need to grab ourselves some blue carpet and also some yellow carpet. We're going to place down a yellow carpet on top of this birchwood slab right here, and we're also going to place down some blue carpet on top of this purpur slab, like so. After that's done there, we're going to place down a yellow carpet on top of that wooden trapdoor like that. We then want to grab ourselves a birchwood slab, and we're going to place down a birchwood slab coming off this yellow carpet, like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down another birchwood slab. This time it's going to be a top slab coming off that birchwood slab, like so, on the end there for the wing. Once that's done there, we are then going to go ahead and grab ourselves a purpur slab. We're going to go ahead and place down a purpur slab on top of this slab, or this stair right here. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some iron trapdoors, place down 1 and 2 over to the side there. Once that's done, going back from the purpur slab, we're going to place down 1 iron trapdoor that goes back like this, and a blue carpet on top of this purpur slab right here. We also want to place down a brick slab on top of the brick slab right here. After that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go out to the side again. We're going to place down a purpur slab coming off the brick slab, like so. We then want to place down a stone slab coming off the purpur slab, like so. We're then going to place down a stone brick stair next to this birchwood slab right here, followed by a stone brick corner stair coming off of it toward the rear. We then want to place down a stone brick slab coming off this birchwood slab right here, followed by a stone slab coming off of that, and then a stone brick slab coming off this stone brick slab there in the middle like that. On both sides there, you can see the wings have pretty much taken shape there, and that's what our wings are going to pretty much look like on the aircraft. Anyways, once that's all complete there, that's going to do it for layer 4. With that, let's go ahead and move on to layer 5. Alright guys, move on to our next layer. We have layer 5. For layer 5, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a wooden trapdoor on top of this yellow wool block up here in the front. We then want to place down a birchwood slab on top of the second yellow wool block back. We're then going to place down a stone brick stair with a row of 3 of polished andesite right behind it, on top of the anvils and this polished andesite block right here. Again, if you're building a cockpit, we can go ahead and leave a space of 3 right here in this section. We're then going to place down a light gray stained glass block on top of this polished andesite right here from the previous layer. We're then going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 polished andesite blocks back, a stone brick stair, a quartz slab, followed by 1, 2, and 3 polished andesite blocks back, and then a stone slab full block on the end here, on top of the one from the previous layer. And again, just like we did before, a sign on both sides of this stone slab right here. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to this polished andesite block that's right next to this stone slab on the rear here. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone slabs out to the side there. We then want to go ahead and go to the next polished andesite block going toward the front. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone brick slabs, followed by 1 and 2 stone slabs like that. And then for this polished andesite block right here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stone brick slabs out to the side there, and that's going to do it for your horizontal stabilizers. Once that's all done there, we can go ahead and start working our way to the sides here. So for the sides, we are going to go ahead and start off by placing down a skeleton skull. That's going to go on top of this cobblestone wall right here at about a 45-degree angle on both sides. We then want to place down a stone brick stair, come off this polished andesite block at this angle like this, followed by a second stair behind it, turn this into a corner stair, and then we have a regular stair. After the regular stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 more stone brick stairs back. We then want to switch to cobblestone walls, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cobblestone walls back, just like that. And once you have that done, that's going to kind of do it for the fuselage section and pretty much it for this layer. The last thing for us to cover is going to be doing the banners. So I'm going to show you guys real quickly how to kind of do the banner design down the side here, and then we'll be able to move on to our next layer. Alright guys, so to go ahead and get started here, we're going to go and cover how to do the kind of randals on the side here. So for these on the banners, we're going to go ahead and go into our crafting table to use basically a blue banner. We want to go and take dandelion yellow and place down a yellow border all the way around it like so. We then want to grab our bone meal to start off with. We're going to go ahead and do a line down the right side here, which should create a banner that looks something like this. Then we just want to take lapis lazuli, place down a lapis lazuli block up here in the top left hand corner, or right hand corner, my bad. We're going to grab our banner again and then place down a lapis lazuli piece down here in the bottom right corner, and we get something that looks basically just like this. And you can see placing it down, it looks like that. And this right here is just going to go on this third cobblestone wall going back on the side here. And we can see over here on this side it's a little bit different. We're going to go to the fourth one. Once that's done, we're going to go and do our next banner for the randall. So again, it's going to be doing basically the same thing with our border all the way around here with dandelion yellow. We get something that looks like that. We then want to go and place down a line of bone meal this time down the left side. So we get a banner that looks like this. We're going to place down a lapis lazuli piece up here in the top left hand corner. Grab our banner, and a lapis lazuli piece down here in the bottom left hand corner like this. Grab it, and you basically have your other banner. So this right here is going to go on the the fourth cobblestone wall on the left side, and over here this is going to go on the third cobblestone wall over here on the right side to mimic the basically the Royal Air Force little rando like that. Next thing for us to do is to go ahead and work on the letters. Alright guys, so move on to the letters. Now for the letters themselves, you guys can pretty much do whatever you really want. I'll be linking a tutorial on how to do the letters and the numbers, so you guys can kind of make your own squadrons and everything like that. But to get started for this, we are going to go ahead and go into our crafting table. We're going to go ahead and start off with our gray letters. Now you'll notice also, real quick, I just want to cover this real quick, you'll notice that our letters here have different backgrounds, so the green and the gray. This is mainly to mimic the camouflage we have right behind it. So if you have the camouflage a little bit different than mine, you may want to make the gray banners green and have the camouflage go across here. And you might want to go over here and have this section polished andesite or gray, and you're going to want a background of gray for that letter. So very important to take that into account as it will look good and blend into your camouflage, but we're going to go and just mimic what I did over here. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and go and make our gray letters. We're going to go ahead and go into our crafting table, grab a light gray banner, and place it down in our inventory, or in the crafting table. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves rose red, and we're going to start off with our T. So we're going to place down a row of rose red across the top here. We're going to grab our banner. After that's done, we're going to place down a row down the middle here of rose red. So we basically create the T, nice and simple. We then just want to take some light gray dye and to basically make a border all the way around it, and you get yourself a T. So very simple, and we have a T that looks something just like that. We're then going to go and move on to the P now. So for the P, again, pretty simple. To go ahead and get started here, we want to go ahead and start off by placing down. Alright guys, so going to start with the P. So for the P, we're going to go into our crafting table again. We're going to go and place down a light gray banner. We want to go and start off by placing down a row of rose red that's going to be over here on the right side. We're going to go and grab the banner and place in the top section here. We then want to take some light gray dye. We're going to go and place down a row underneath it, so we create something that looks like this. It's going to basically go across, so 2 rows of 3 underneath it. We're going to go and grab our banner again. We then want to place down a row of rose red across the top here. Grab our banner. We're going to place down a row of rose red across the middle row like this. And then lastly, we're just going to place down a row of rose red down the left side, grab our banner, and we have a P. Last thing for us to do, just to clean it up a little bit, is we're just going to place down a row of light gray dye around, and we have ourselves the letter P. And we will just place down our P here, and you can see we have our T and our P so far. Next thing for us to do is to go ahead and work on the F here. So the F, going into our crafting table, very simple. We're going to be using a green banner for this. We're going to place down a row of dandelion yellow across the top here. Grab our banner, place down a row of dandelion yellow across the midsection here. Grab our banner, place down a row of dandelion yellow down the right side, or sorry, the left side. We have our P, and then we just want to take cactus green and wrap it around it just like this. Grab our banner, and we now have a P that we can use. So just like that, or sorry, we have an F now that we can use like so. We're also going to go and work on a few other banners that are located on the tail here, so this piece here and this banner, so we're going to move on to that next. But these banners are basically essential for this layer especially. We have the T, which is going to go right here off this cobblestone wall, a P coming off this cobblestone wall, and the F coming off this cobblestone wall as well. Over here on this side, pretty much the same thing, so F right here, and then we have the T and the P right there like that on the side there. Once that's all done there, we're going to go and move on to our last two banners we'll be making. Alrighty guys, so to move on to these last two banners, they're going to be banners that we won't use immediately in this layer, but we'll be using them on the next few layers and the last layers, so we're just going to go and make them now. So to get started, we're going to go and place down a blue banner. That's going to go into our crafting table. We're going to place down a row of bone meal down the middle section like this. We then want to place down a row of rose red down the left side like so to create kind of a red, white, and blue type design. And this is going to be going back on the tail section here, but we can just keep it on our wing here just ready to go. And so at a moment's notice, we can go ahead and just grab it and use it. Last banner we need to make is another F. So you know how we made basically the yellow F here, we're going to go and make a white version of it. So whatever letter you kind of use in this section here, if you choose to do a different letter, you're just going to want to mimic that on the back section here. Since my tail on the tip of it, I'm going to be putting some green camouflage on it. I'm going to go ahead and use a green banner to make the background. Anyways, for this, I'm going to place down a row of bone meal up the left side, just like we did before. Row of bone meal across the top, and of course a row of bone meal across the middle here to make a white F. And then we just want to go and take cactus green and go all the way around here, and we have ourselves a green banner and something very nice there, a green white F on a green background. Anyways, again, take a look at those tutorials I linked down in the description on how to make some different banner letters and stuff like that. Will really come in helpful for showing distinctions between squadrons and unit numbers and stuff like that. So check those out. But anyways, that's it for layer 5 and also our banners. And with that, we can move on to layer 6. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 6. So real quickly before we move on to it though, I want to cover one thing. We do want to add a skeleton skull that's going to be on top of this cobblestone wall right here at about a slight kind of like 30-ish degree angle. Just make sure they're about the same angle on both sides there for the skeleton skulls. So just go ahead and make that quick addition, and once we have that done, we can move on to our next layer. So to go ahead and get started here, we're going to go ahead and go basically to our space here. So if you remember correctly, we went ahead and left an empty space right here. We're going to place down a nether brick slab over the first kind of empty space right there. We're then going to place down a wither skeleton skull at about a 45 degree angle on both sides of the nether brick slab. Once that's done, going back from the slab, we're going to place down 2 light gray stained glass blocks. On both sides of these blocks, we're going to place down 2 light gray stained glass panes. Coming off the 2 light gray stained glass blocks, we're going to place down a nether brick stair like this, followed by another brick slab, and then 2 iron trapdoors that go back. On both sides of the nether brick stair here, on the cobblestone walls, we're going to go and place down a wither skeleton skull at about a 45 degree angle on both sides, just for shaping there for the cockpit. Once that's done, we're going to go and place down a stone brick stair on top of this polished andesite block back here, followed by a polished andesite block right behind it. On both sides of the polished andesite block, we're going to go and place down a banner here, so the kind of the banner design we did before. We're just going to place that down on both sides. We then want to place down a polished andesite block after it, followed by a stone slab full block, and like we've been doing, we're going to place down a sign on both sides of the stone slab full block. Once that's all done there, that's going to do it for layer number 6. And with that, let's move on to our last final layers, which are basically going to be layers 7 and 8. So with that, let's move on to our last final layers. Alright guys, so moving on to our last final layers, we're going to go and start off by going to the cockpit. So for the cockpit here, we're going to go and grab ourselves an iron trapdoor and place it down on top of the second light gray stained glass block. We then want to place down a end rod on top of this nether brick stair. We're going to come back to that in a second. We're going to go ahead and go all the way back here to the tail. We're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks on top of these 2 right here, followed by, again, a stone slab full block going up like this with a sign on both sides of the stone slab full block. After that's done, we're going to go up again, place down a stone brick stair up on top here, polished andesite block behind the stair, and another stone brick stair like this. And we can go and place down our banner that's coming off this polished andesite block on both sides like that. And we'll have that F up there that we made in the previous section. Once that's done there, the last thing for us to do to go ahead and kind of get the fuselage done is to go ahead and grab some iron bars. We're going to go and place down an iron bar on top of this end rod, and we're going to place down a row of iron bars between this iron bar and the end rod, and between the stone brick stair for the tail there. for the back section like that, and the tailpiece. So once we have that all done, that's going to pretty much kind of do it there for the aircraft. We're going to go ahead and move into the last final bit. We're going to basically cover the camouflage and also putting the propellers on, and we'll pretty much have this aircraft complete. But anyways, that's kind of a general design for it. Let's move on to the propellers, and then we'll move on to the camouflage. Alright, so moving on to the propellers. Now the propellers themselves are overall pretty simple. I just wanted to go ahead and include them separately because they can be a little bit confusing with, having, the different, basically building half on camera, half off, and plus in case you want to do your own design for them, you guys can feel free to do so. Anyways, to go ahead and get started with this, we're going to go and break this cobblestone roll right over here on the right side of the aircraft. We're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair in its place, followed by a nether brick top slab, and then a birchwood top slab out to the side there for the first kind of prop there. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a nether brick stair on top of this cobblestone wall. We're going to go ahead and go off at an angle from this stair, place down another stair like this, and then a birchwood slab like that going up like so. And then on the bottom section here, we're going to go and go to this birchwood slab right here. We're going to break the birchwood slab, place down an upside down nether brick stair. We're going to place down a normal nether brick stair coming down at an angle from it, and on the bottom of this nether brick stair, we're going to place down a birchwood upside down stair like so. And that's going to make our propellers up here for the front. And overall looks pretty nice for it and works pretty well. But that's going to do it for the propellers up here in the front. And the last thing we're going to cover is how to properly put the camouflage on. So with that, let's move on to the camo. Alright guys, so moved on to the camo. The camo is pretty simple, and overall I want to leave a lot of the camo design kind of up to you guys really, because once you do the camouflage, it's really nice to kind of do different designs for them. Even like one block's different or everything like that. It just kind of makes it so that not all the aircraft are just exactly the same. So, you can kind of do whatever you want. You do each aircraft kind of randomly. But for the camouflage, you just want to find a starting point that you want to basically start from. So we're gonna go ahead and start from up here in the front. We can go ahead and replace this cobblestone wall from mossy one. We can go ahead and then place down a zombie head, maybe instead of that skeleton skull, and basically just trying to kind of create a green kind of camouflage here using a mixture of spruce wood stairs and all that stuff. We can replace the polished andesite blocks in that section as well. So we can go ahead and kind of go back up here to the front, and we can go ahead and just continue to replace blocks like this. And then we want to kind of loop the camouflage around over here to this side. So it's going to kind of come down on this side and kind of move along this as well. And then over here on this side, we may want to start our camouflage up a little bit more back here. So we might go to this section here and maybe start up the camouflage a little bit right here. Again, we want to leave the gray section kind of alone because we have our banners already gray, so we want to kind of leave that alone. But we could also come back to this section here and also put in some mossy cobblestone walls as well in this section. So just note that you may break some of your banners, so you may want to grab them real quick before you go ahead and break them. But we can go ahead and replace some of the stuff in this section here. Maybe even replace this right here, and any wooden trap or iron trapdoors we break, we can replace with a wooden trapdoor to kind of mimic a kind of green color more. And also behind these cobblestone walls, you may also want to place down some green stained clay just to fill in any gaps there. And like we did up in the front, this zombie head here can easily be replaced with a zombie head like that. So skeleton skull for a zombie head. And then you just want to replace your letters. Whatever you break, make sure you replace it back. For the wings themselves, very simple. We can go and just kind of continue the camouflage from the sides here into the wings. So you don't have to do anything super crazy for it. You can just do like a little splotch that kind of comes into the wing section like this. And then over here you can kind of start up another little section. So maybe right here we'll start up another section of this. And one of the key things to note here is that on the underbelly there should be no green on the underbelly. It's completely gray with all the Hawker Typhoons I was able to find on the internet. So just make sure that you take that into account when you're building this, is that you want to basically minimize any kind of green camouflage on the bottom here. So you can kind of see here I'm using green carpet, wooden trapdoors to kind of convey that, and also we can replace some of the stone slabs here with some spruce wood to kind of show a more kind of green change in the flaps and stuff. And we can also use a dark oak wood stair there if we want to. Well, actually a stone brick stair will probably be better, but you get the general idea. You're just going to want to kind of mimic what I kind of did here, just kind of putting some green into the wings, and just kind of randomizing it up a little bit, just to add a little bit more color and texture to the wings overall. And and just kind of go crazy with it. You can even put some green going down into this section down here. You can do that up there. Actually, you want to stop at this section, so you can do that and then leave that bottom section empty. And over here on this side, of course, you can just do whatever you want. So you can maybe have the splotch go a little bit different. Try to keep it asymmetrical on both sides here. You're just going to want to kind of just mimic it, take it along, and just kind of do something with it, kind of going back here maybe a little bit. And maybe something like this. If you have iron trapdoors on the bottom, you don't have to really worry about, you know, the green showing through too much. So kind of come out to the wings like that. And maybe this time we start right here with this slab right here, this one right here, the corner stair, swap that out. Maybe we can even swap out this stone brick stair here and some green carpet out to the side there and something like that. So again, it's just kind of up to you guys to kind of randomize it, go a little crazy there. Coming back to the tail section, you can go ahead and do pretty much the same thing. So again, just some dark oak wood slabs kind of mixed in here, and we can go ahead and just place down some spruce wood slabs to kind of continue it in. And maybe over here, do something a little bit different. So kind of go in toward this section here a little bit. And we can, of course, place down some green camo as well on the tail. So we can do some right there. We can even do some up here on the top portion here. So as you kind of remember, I went ahead and I kind of placed down or did a green banner with white writing on it. So we can go ahead and, you know, place down some green up on the top here to kind of fit that. And maybe we can replace this stone slab full block here for a spruce wood plank instead. That's basically just a general idea for the camouflage. I know I did it pretty quick, but you know, it's kind of up to you guys on how you want to go about camoing the aircraft. You don't have to do exactly what I did. You can kind of come up with your own thing for it. But in the end, you're going to end up with something that looks like this, a really nice looking aircraft that is going to definitely look really great. So anyways, that's going to do it for the tutorial for the Hawker Typhoon ground attack aircraft. If you guys do have use this tutorial, do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This being thing from Son of the Build, link to my channel where this video, if this does appear on your social media sites. Just be sure to get proper credit for the build. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it continues to keep me inspired to keep on posting these videos. So as long as you guys give me credit for it, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, special thanks to Trench Fighter 8 for making this video possible. With that, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett254, and I'll see you guys next time.